call this meeting in order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation following. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear God, please bless our elected officials, grant them the wisdom to know and the courage to do what is right for all citizens. Amen.
Amen. Roll call, please.
Allen? Here. LaFour?
Here.
Mr.
Here.
Rindell?
Here.
Ricks?
Here.
Schultz? Warren?
Here.
Motion to excuse Counselor Schultz from tonight's meeting due to an illness.
Make the motion.
Support.
All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion passes. I hope Jimmy feels better soon. Approval of the minutes for the City Council meeting of May 1st. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Is there any discussion on that motion? Being not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We also have the minutes from the budget workshop that was held that same evening. Is there a motion for those minutes?
I'll make the motion for that.
Support.
Motion been made and supported for those. Any discussion on those minutes? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Audience comments on any non-agenda items. If anybody would like to address the city council, we ask that you come to the podium, state your name and address for the record. Is there anybody here that would like to speak to council, make a comment? Oh, we'll move on. Adoption is, excuse me, adoption of the agenda, Mr. City Manager, any changes?
I have no changes, but I did just want to remind council of the motion for item number 4. It was laid on the table tonight.
Thank you. City council, any changes? Motion be in order to accept the agenda as presented.
I'll make the motion.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Any discussion? Being not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented. Support.
Motion made and supported. There is no discussion on the consent agenda motion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We move on to items for consideration, which we have 4 this evening. The first one being consideration of recognizing local charity, Detroit Electrical Workers Benevolent
Benevolent.
Fund. We've been in budget workshop for the last hour and a half, so I'm kind of tongue-tied here. Sir? Come right on up. The city manager will introduce this.
Council is scheduled to consider a request from the Detroit Electrical Workers Benevolent Fund for the approval of Resolution 2023-2, recognizing them as a nonprofit organization operating within the city. Although the majority of the fundraising efforts will take place in Wayne County, when Michael Bellhorn filled out all their here we go, articles of incorporation and everything, he listed his home address here in the city of Richmond for the nonprofit. As a result, Laura had recommended that he come to this body. We have done similar resolutions when other nonprofits working in the city have wanted to do fundraising efforts that include raffles or things like that, mainly for the Wrestling Foundation or the Cheer Foundation, that sort of stuff. So again, it's something that we're familiar with, but Michael is here if you have any questions.
Mr. Bellhorn, would you like to add anything to that?
Good evening, Michael Bellhorn. I live on 70231 Karen Street. So this has been a committee. I'm a member of IBW Local 58, and this has been a committee we've had for quite a few years. But we wanted to expand so we could work with the contractors and different things. There was conflicts of interest. And we wanted to be our own entity from the local. So to do that, we had to become a 501(c)(3) nonprofit. Now, I'm the chairman of the committee, but now that we've become a nonprofit, I'm the president on the board of directors, and I had to use my address. We couldn't use the local's address to be a separate entity. So, and then the way it's set up is any members that need assistance, if they had any type of catastrophic injury, illness, sickness, death, a house fire, a car accident, lost a family member, something like that, they could come to the committee for help. We don't give them money. They give us their bills and we pay their bills for them. So we just don't hand over money, that type of thing. And we do different fundraisers throughout the year, golf outings. We do a big Super Bowl party at our Union Hall, different raffles. And we used to always be able to do that through the local, but now that we're a separate entity, we need our own gaming license. So that's pretty much where we're at. If you have any other questions for me.
Hang on. We need to have a motion before we go any farther.
Okay.
Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to adopt resolution 2023-2, which will recognize the Detroit Electrical Workers Benevolent Fund as a nonprofit organization operating in the city of Richmond for the purpose of attaining charitable gaming licenses.
Support.
Motion, support's been made. Discussion, City Council? If you have any questions, Mr. Bellhorn, now would be the time. I think it's a pretty cut and true thing. We have done this, as the city manager mentioned before, and understand completely why it's necessary for you to do this. Hats off to you and the people that are putting this new 501c3 together. It's not a simple thing to do.
No, that's a little bit dark here. That's still left here. Yeah,
Yeah.
They won't be left long. It's a lot of work for sure.
Yeah. No, we really appreciate that, and hats off to you as a citizen of Richmond for
Thank you.
doing that. So, is there any audience participation on this item? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
do the paperwork,
The clerk will have it.
just mail it to me or pick it up tomorrow or something?
We'll make arrangements.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Item number 2 is consideration of special event request, RPOA Pig Roast. Mr. City Manager?
The City Council is scheduled to consider a special event request from the Richmond Police Officers Association to host the 3rd annual Pig Roast and Golf Cart Rodeo in BB Park on Sunday, August 6, 2023, from noon to 4 p.m. The RPOA is a nonprofit association of police and communication officers of the Richmond Police Department that provide funding for such things as the Shop with a Hero, food and clothing for those in need, things of that nature in the Richmond area. Again, they've held this event for the last 2 years, and again, it'll be very similar, using the pavilion as kind of the main location, along with that area kind of between the community center and the Tyke Track and the bathrooms there, and then the festival field on the kind of east end as the golf cart rodeo area. So Dana and Sergeant Kazanowski are here if you have questions.
Okay. Dana, would you like to add to that?
I do want to add to that, and to make a correction on you, John, you were correct. It was 4 years. This is our 4th year.
Oh,
We were
okay.
going back 3 to 4 years. It is our 4th year. What I failed to add in there is BMC carts will be there again, and only BMC carts will be there this year. I did take into consideration last year for insurance. I did call them. I do not have the packet yet, but it is in the work to get the insurance. It's going to be the same that we have last year. I do have that paperwork if you do want to see it, but it's going to be exactly what we had last year, with maybe, of course, a little bit of increase in the price. We will have the bake sale again, which was not added in there, and might be a few more events for kids, not for adults, but we're trying to work more on getting the kids involved in it too. We got a couple ideas thrown around for that, but last year we were down a little bit, which we expected since everybody got back out and about, but hopefully this year, weather permitting, we will come back bigger. And we are taking volunteers, especially for the dunk tank, if a council member would like to partake in
Maybe some of
that.
the younger council members would like to do that.
Maybe, might be able to get some, and I still have to get confirmation with the dunk tank,
Yes. I'm sure John can handle that.
yeah.
I was pleasantly made aware of the fact that you are bringing back the one and only event that I won, and you quit after that year, after I won that, the egg.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was really shocked when they didn't have that.
I know, we
following
may be
year.
bringing that back, a lot of people like that one.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, we may be bringing, and musical golf carts or
Musical
whatever.
golf, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty hands-on and challenging. Some blood was produced last year from that. They were fighting over that.
And Dana, I think it might have been in here, you're also doing a golf cart.
Thank you. Yes, tickets courtesy of Prinall. He is donating the raffle tickets this year. Are printing right now. It's a 2023 Icon, whatever it was last year, 40. And that is already in stock. I don't know what color it is, but those tickets should be going on sale next week. And he's going to have it down there in front of his place selling tickets, and then we're going to be bringing it into town doing StarCraft Brewery and having it at the station, sell tickets. 1,500, $10 a piece.
Very good. Sergeant, did you need to add anything to this?
Well, good evening. Aside from raising money for the needy people in the community, one of the most important things that our police department can do is connect with its people. And this is an excellent way of doing just that. So, yes.
Very good. A motion, council?
I'll make a motion to approve the special event request from the RPOA for a pig roast and golf cart rodeo in BB Park on Sunday, August 6th, 2023, from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., with approval of the beer and wine permit and the use of the areas of BB Park shown in the map.
Support.
It's been made and supported. Any discussion or any questions for Dana or the sergeant?
Do your job.
We hope for good weather.
I pray we have good weather. It was really hot last year. And since this is off subject a little bit, it is Police Week, and I want to thank Sergeant Kazanowski and Detective Ryan for all they do for us. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any audience participation on this item? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Item number 3 is consideration of special event request, St. Augustine Parish Festival. Mr. City Manager?
Council is scheduled to consider a special event request from the St. Augustine Catholic Church to have their signs around town and across the road banner and designate a portion of Howard Street parking near the church as handicap parking for their Harvest Festival or Parish Festival. And kind of similar event last year. And I believe someone is here to answer any questions.
Hi, Valerie Emke. I was here last year with Cindy Manchek, and she's officially cut the training wheels, so I am here alone with my son.
Very good. Did you have anything that you wanted to add to what the city manager had to say?
No, just that I'll be coming back soon with a special event request for food trucks, very similar to last year.
Okay. All right. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve the special event application from St. Augustine Catholic Church to have 6 temporary signs in conjunction with their annual Parish Festival, August 10th through the 13th, with the following conditions. The applicant shall work with city staff on proper placement of the signs to minimize any site visibility issues. The signs are allowed to be displayed August 1st through the 14th of this year.
Support.
It's been made and supported. Is there any comments, questions, or any questions for the applicant? Any audience participation on this item? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Good luck. Hopefully you have good weather.
Thank you, sir.
There's-
We got
Mr.
2
Mayor.
more motions.
There's 2 more motions.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Who's this for?
The over-the-road banner and
Oh, I'm
There's a few
sorry.
pieces.
I didn't get to that page in my packet evidently. Okay, do we have a motion for the road banner?
I'll make a motion to approve the special event application for St. Augustine's Catholic Church to have a cross-the-road banner in conjunction with their annual Parish Festival to be displayed August 1st through the 14th, 2023, and direct the city clerk to submit the application and
support.
What's been made and supported? Is there any discussion? Any audience participation on this item? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We have a third motion requesting the approval of, is it to turn the 13 parking spaces into handicap? Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the request from St. Augustine's Parish Festival to make 13 parking spaces on Howard Street between the two church driveways, handicap parking for the St. Augustine Parish Festival on August 10th through August 13th, 2023.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Is there any discussion? Any audience participation on this item? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Now you've got approval.
Thank you.
See you about the food trucks.
Okay.
Okay. Our final item is consideration of sponsorship forms, Recreation Department. Mr. City Manager.
Council is scheduled to consider a request from the Recreation Director and Recreation Board for consideration on Recreation Department sponsorship forms. At their May meeting, the Recreation Board reviewed and approved with some revisions to the packet, sending the sponsorship packet to the City Council. In the past, we've kind of done some sponsorships with businesses, but didn't have any kind of formal guidelines or any documents set up that we could provide them when they come to us. Again, we're not looking to go out and compete with a lot of our other nonprofits that are raising funds for their events, but we want something in place because we do have, from time to time, businesses or organizations that feel some of our events kind of are a natural fit for their organization or business. And so we would have this that's available on our website or our Facebook page, and then we'd use it again when they approach us. We've had some businesses, some banks, some dentist office over the years that have come and done sponsorships of our programs, but we didn't have anything to kind of outline what you got for what amount of money. And so Margot at the last recreation convention for recreation directors had gone to a session that talked about this, and she also looked at other departments and kind of came up with the document that you see here. And again, as we mentioned, we took that to the rec board to have them look at it. We did adjust the cost of the sponsorship opportunities based on feedback from the board. And so Margot is here to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you. Margot, anything you'd like to add to John's?
No, I don't think so. I think he was pretty specific, and I think it spells it out in the packet for the most part. I think there's some other opportunities, the tree lighting and things like that, that we could probably get some sponsorship for, but just trying to get the word out there to support some of our programs. You know, movies, the licenses are quite expensive and stuff, so it'd be nice to be able to just offer something if somebody wants to support. I'm not going to go to them and get their sponsorship.
Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve the Richmond Recreation Department sponsorship forms to provide guidelines on sponsorship levels for recreation programming.
Support.
It's been made and supported. Discussion? One question. I just saw the front here. Why is it just Recreation Department when it's Parks and Rec? Is there any reason?
I think my
That's our
memory of
letterhead.
some of our like charter language and stuff talks about recreation department. Again, sometimes communities refer to it as recreation. Recreation is kind of the programming side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Parks are the physical, like a
Okay.
bench and stuff. Like, and so those are normally handled through the memorial policy.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we could add Parks and Rec in, but really recreation is more the programming side of Parks and Recreation. You know, some communities have a Parks Department, but others have Recreation. I guess is how I view it, but again, we open to changing that.
Yeah.
You know.
Whatever. Any other discussion? Any audience participation on this item? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Miscellaneous matters from the city manager, sir.
Obviously, we have a lot of projects ongoing. The Water Street or is it water? I'm sorry, Stone. Sorry, Stone Street project's going well. The water main is all in, and they're putting in the service lines now, connecting the house to the new main now. So that's kind of the process. They'll also be doing a lot of in the next coming weeks, they'll be doing the flat work, the new curbing that needs to be done, the new driveway approaches where there's one that doesn't meet ADA, those type of updates, and then eventually paving. We have done the flat work and concrete replacement on Diane Lane. Today, the contractor was out there doing a lot of at least getting the dirt behind the new curb so that the restoration, you weren't driving over the new road with loads of dirt and stuff, get that done before they come in. And but we're anticipating that the asphalt removal and the start of the road project will happen towards the end of this week. And we're all set up to accept those millings where we've talked about having the snow relief area. Gary came in and has gotten an area of that cleaned out so that cleared out so that we can take it right there and get the snow out of the park so it's a nicer spring. And then the parking lot project, again, the sanitary sewer is in. We're making those connections and setting the grease traps, those sorts of things on that project, and they're continuing to construct the dumpster enclosures. So I was out there today with Jim and looking at that project. So, yeah.
Very good. Council comments. Emily?
Nothing tonight,
John?
thank you.
Nothing.
Rob?
Nothing.
Dennis? Michael?
Nothing, thank
Well,
you.
it's a good thing because Margot has put numerous things in front of me that I have to announce this evening.
You don't have to do them all.
No. You're going to have to listen through the whole thing, Margot. Anyhow, she did start drop-in pickleball at the Odd. Mondays to Wednesdays, 9 a.m. to noon. First come, first serve, I believe, still. And there's only one court available there, and it's a $5 cost to come and play pickleball. Bring your friends. The Greater Romeo Washington Chamber of Commerce that the City Council has recommended to our business community will be hosting a business meet and greet on May 17th. That's this coming Wednesday. Again, at the Odd from 6 to 8 p.m. So if you're interested in joining a Chamber of Commerce, we've got them coming on Wednesday. The open house for the Odd will be held this coming Saturday, May 20th, from 12 till 3. There will be a bounce house, children's entertainment, open gym, pizza, drinks, and desserts will be provided by the city Parks and Rec. Again, any questions, 727-3064. This is, we're still hiring lifeguards.
We are still hiring lifeguards.
Okay, and you can call 727-3064 to get all the information. There is lifeguard training that has to be done, which will be done right here in our pool in Richmond. That will be on June 2nd. So if you're interested, again, call 727-3064. Babysitting Beyond the Basics, again, Saturday, May 20th, or Tuesday, July 25th, with two different dates that we'll be hosting this. That's from 9 a.m. till 3:30 p.m. It's for ages 10 and older. There is a fee to the company that is coming out that will, I guess, certify the babysitter. It's $75. Again, more questions on that, 727-3064. The perennial exchange that's gone on for many, many years is again Saturday, May 20th. You got a lot going on the 20th.
I am very busy.
Begins at 9 a.m. in the Beebe Street Park gazebo, and you want to get there on time to get your flowers. These are usually surplus plants from fellow gardeners around the community. And Margot says the best trading is to come by 9:15 a.m. So that again is May 20th. In the gazebo in Bailey Park. Summer Youth Volleyball Camp. Boy, you got a lot here.
Just call us.
Yeah. Call 727-3064 to the Parks and Rec. But there will be a Summer Youth Volleyball Camp for students in grades 3 through 8th. Okay, fall of 2023, I'm not sure. It's a co-ed program for beginning players. And it'll be Monday, June 19th through Thursday, June 22nd for 3rd to 6th grade. Monday, July 31st through Thursday, August 3rd for 7th and 8th grade camp. It's at Beebe Street Park on grass courts from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It is $55 for residents and $60 for non-registered. Non-resident. You can register, I get ahead of myself, at, again, Richmond Parks and Recreation, 727-3064. This is one we already covered?
Yes.
Okay. And this is Movies in the Park, Saturday, June 24th at dusk, again, in Beebe Street Park. Is that the name of the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Family Camp? Okay. The first feature film from the Skit Guys, Tommy Woodward and Eddie James' Family Camp. It's a comedy. Again, any questions on that? 727-3064. That is the first of your
Yep.
movies in the park.
Yep.
And there will be 2 more?
There's 3 more.
Three
And then
more.
we're doing a movie in October at the Odd,
Oh, very good.
an adult movie.
Okay, we got through that. We have an EDC meeting on the 18th, right here at City Council, right here at City Hall at 7 o'clock. We, again, this Saturday is the big perennial change and many other things that we had there. Tiffin meeting will be on the 24th at 7 o'clock right here at City Hall. And then we come into Memorial Weekend. The library will be closed on Saturday, the 27th. It'll reopen on the 30th, the day after Memorial Day. We will be having Memorial Day services at our Veterans Park right on Main Street between Water and Monroe. There will be a parade. We invite anybody with a decorated golf cart, bicycle, to come into our parade. We will have a speaker once we get to the Veterans Park there, next, in the city parking lot next to Maniachi's Hall. We will have service that includes a speaker, and the Richmond High School Band will perform, and a few other things that we have planned there. The whole thing, probably, we're out of there by 11:30-ish at the latest. Yeah. So if you can, come and help us celebrate the lives of those who gave so much this Memorial Day. That should do that. We have any other business for the city council this evening?
I apologize, I should have crossed it out on the calendar down there. The EDC meeting this week has been canceled with a chamber meet and greet with the businesses will take its place.
Okay, all right. So the 18th, there will not be an EDC meeting?
Correct.
Okay. If there's nothing else?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Support. Motion been made and supported. There is no discussion on an adjournment motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion passes. Thanks for being with us tonight.